Welcome back to another episode of the Explore Life. As you can see, this one did not go to plan. Bogs, quads, tinnies, canoes, shotguns, we had it all. 70 centimetre, 90 centimetre cod. Stay tuned, find out what happened, let's get into it. By me leaving it running, I've cooked it. How good's this? We've just woken up down on the Condamine River. We're just out at Cecil Plains, so we've got a bit of bacon and eggs on the go. Donnie and Stacey just cooking up the coffee. Sun's just coming up in the background there, and we're going to head our way out to a private property today. A mate has a property somewhere around here, not even sure where it is yet, we haven't found that out. So we're going to head out there today for a bit of fun. We'll camp the night there. Not a bad way to start the day. Cecil Plains is about 1 minute that way. That's the main town. We're just under the bridge here. Yeah. It's a little free camp. I never camped here, but I've got a mate's property that I used to go stay at, which we can't get on today, but Lofty and Alex are coming out.
They've come up with the goods.
I don't know where the address is. I don't have the address, so I don't know where the hell we're going, but they might be an hour or so, so there's a little dam or lake or something we've seen on HEMA.
Done. Let's go. I want to have a look.
We'll have a look at that first.
Why not?
Well, this is a little bit better, off the beaten track.
Mate, that it is. I feel like we are in no man's land here.
Yeah, well, I think if we just follow this, it should take us into this little dam or lake or reserve or whatever it's called. What's it called, Jess?
Lake Broadwater Reserve.
Lake Broadwater Reserve. So we're not too far out now. If we stay on this, we should be there shortly. Well, Donnie, I didn't expect there to be bloody water out here. Let's have a crack at this one. See you on the other side, boy. We've got a couple more of these little mud puddles to get through. They don't seem too bad, famous last words, but I think, yeah, I think it's just a little bit of water. Should be easy.
That didn't go to plan.
I'll go get the snatch strap.
Holy shit.
Go, I'm going to be filling up. Quick, go.
Go.
This one onto the back of this trailer. You put that one on there.
Go.
Alright, bring the truck forward.
Move the snatch strap.
Go.
Wait, watch Will. Will. Yep.
Guys. Go. What happened?
Well, that was not low-lying water at all. That's what you get for not walking it. I had my link system off, so I couldn't turn my lockers on. I went in real slow. I don't know how, but the water didn't come in the footwell.
Oh, God.
Well done,
Stace.
Stace.
Oh, mate.
Hey, that was her. How good is having tow points on the back of a trailer? That just saved you.
Mate, if you got an off-road trailer and you're a dickhead like me and drive into stuff without checking it, make sure you do have some sort of rated recovery points, because if I didn't have them on, like, Donnie would have had to bush bash around me and then try and pull me out from the front. By that time, the whole car would have been filled with water, so good on you, Wayno. Truck about to the rescue. I know, well, now I've drained some of the water out, you can actually see how big the rut holes are. If I had kept going, I would have lost the bonnet there, so if we had a look, there is a little bit of a side track here that might get us through around this one bog hole. We'll just move one little tree and we should be able to sneak around this. And then I think there's a few more bog holes to go, so we might check the next couple, I think.
You got this.
Well, I had to give it some, but I made it.
Oh, yummy. Oh, Jesus.
That was rocket.
Yeah, but I am towing the trailer. I just got this next little bit. I'll see if I can get through here. Well, there we go. The lake is quite nice, but I tell you what, I don't think it was worth driving through all of that mud. Anyway, back on the road. Let's see if we can't get out of here. Right, well, I've had a bloody voltage light come up on my dash. Obviously, going through that mud pit there, I filled the alternator full of mud. Which is not looking good. So what I've done is just turn the water on. I've run Lane's shower out. And I'm going to try and spray some water in the bloody alternator, see if we can get some of that mud out. I don't like my chances, but we'll have a go. Lane's got a bloody massive long shower hose here. So we'll just spray a bit in, see if we can't clean it out a little bit, put on a bit of spray. Oh, you little ripper, moment of truth. I'm back up to 12 volt, engine lights off. I just flooded that. I don't know how many litres I put in, but I just flooded the alternator. Must have been just enough to clean some of the shit out. Jeez, I'm lucky that worked. Happy days, we're back on. Well, you wouldn't bloody believe me, Donnie, but we are back on the main road.
Yeah, mate, that was definitely interesting, but definitely fun. Now I reckon it's time to hit the Cecil pub, have a feed, have a beer, and wait for the others.
Sounds good to me. What do you reckon, Stace? You enjoy that?
I'm definitely over it and ready for a beer. Let me say that. That was a long detour.
I just wanted to show you the scenic route, Stace. I know how much you just love a good scenic adventure.
You're not going to love me when I'm angry, trust me.
Alright, let's get you some feed and a bloody beer before you belt me. Righto, pub number one, the old Cecil Plains Hotel. Cold beer and lunch, and then finally we'll actually head out to this property. Happy days.
Winner, winner!
Cheers! Cheers! We deserved a beer after your efforts this morning. Let me drink.
My efforts! well, okay. If we're gonna go into the depths of it, decor and everything like that, maybe not 10, but food, 10.
Service was a 10.
It's not a 10. It's definitely not a 10. It was a nice pub. I'll give the pub a...
Customer service was amazing.
I'll give it a 6.5.
What?
Yeah, 6.5
for a country pub.
No!
The parmy, I'm gonna give the parmy a 9.
Yeah, the parmy and the chips were at the perfect crunch.
Chips were so good.
Yeah.
Well, that's the benchmark. I think the pub can be improved, but it's gonna be hard push to get a better parmy, I think. All right, well, we'll get out to this property anyway. Lofty's out there already, so we'll see if we can't go find him. Apparently there's a nice little watering hole. I reckon it's a rock off for a swim. Right, so we've just pulled up at the property. It's absolutely beautiful, actually. Plenty of green around at the moment. We're just waiting for our mate to come up and get us, and we'll go find our campsite. Now, my alternator's gone back to shit. The hose didn't quite work, unfortunately. I wasn't that lucky. So, at the moment, I'm on about 9 volts. Any second, the car's going to turn off, so we're hoping as soon as he gets here, we'll run down. We're going to have to drop the whole alternator out, pull the brushes out, give him a clean. Hopefully, you know, then she's good to go. The race is on now to just get to camp before the car shits itself. So I've parked under a tree. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. So bloody close, about 500 metres from camp, and the poor old 76 has run out of juice. Anyway, we're going to just chuck it on the back of Donnie's car and he'll drag me into camp, and I dare say that's where it might sit for a couple of days.
What are we going to do? We
Fix the car?
or we're going to take these magnificent beasts out.
Well, we might as well unload them,
Yeah, use them.
and then we should probably get a fire going,
Yeah,
because we've got to cook a roast,
yeah, you're right.
and there's always tomorrow to fix the car.
Yeah,
Quads
exactly.
it is. Shotgun the postie. Righto, well this is about as good as it gets. Beautiful lake out front. Sun is a couple of hours from going down. We've got a little bit of wood to get it going. We're going to go out now, find a little bit more firewood, come back, get some red hot coals. We got a beautiful 2.5 kilo pork for a bit of pulled pork burgers tonight. Let's get into it. As we're unloading the quads here, we've realised we've made a bit of a mistake. We've left the bloody box of helmets at home. So we did manage to get 6 helmets together. We've left them at home, which means we're not going to be able to head out and have a big explore on the quads. We're going to have to stay nice and local to the homestead, and you know, we'll have the girls on the back. We'll just be cruising around. We're going to have to take it a little bit easy. In future, I definitely recommend wearing a helmet whenever you're on a quad or a motorbike. Oh well, looks like we won't be having quite as much fun on these as we'd originally planned.
So, for dinner tonight, we are going to cook pulled pork. Now, I've never done this in the camp oven before, so I'm bloody nervous to see how it all turns out, but I know it'll come up good. All I know is that we've got to cut it up into some decent sized chunks, about fist size, and then we'll put all the sauces in. I'll cut this up first. We're going to take the skin off and a bit of the fat. It'll go in, and we'll do some sauces and we'll go from there. Good dog for that. That's going to be so hot. I like hot. I don't care what they think. Barbecue sauce is good.
Well, we've just pulled up to the local bloody fishing hole. Old Lofty just bagged about a 70 centimetre cod.
Murray cod.
Parker, move. Look at that.
That's bullshit.
Right before we got here, so looks like we're not going anywhere tomorrow. Looks like we're fishing, boys. The sun's just gone down, so we're going to try and make it back to camp. We got Donnie's pulled pork on the go, so we need to get back and stoke it up. Let's get back there and see how it's going.
We're going to the pub.
Oh, pulled pork out of the camp oven. Understand, it's tough, Alex. Righto, there we go. A little bit of pulled pork in the camp oven. Donnie's outdone himself. He's had too many beers and gone to bed.
Oh,
so we're going to enjoy it on his behalf. Cheers, big fella.
so good.
Well, that was one wild night. We just looked it up. There was 50-kilometre winds come burling through here last night. We heard it coming from a mile away, and then we just got absolutely pumped. They probably got about 20 mil of water, 20 mil of rain overnight. Everything's full, everything's muddy, everything's wet. It's a pretty miserable day. There's about another 20 mil of rain coming today, so I don't know what we're going to do. We'll probably cook up some breakfast. I don't know if we're going to actually move from here. we may just call it a bloody day, and we may bunker in, maybe throw the tinny in. We'll see how the day pans out. Wet day. Back to bed, watch some Netflix.
What's the plan today?
Well, wet weather day. We got a few bacon sangers on the go, and then I think the consensus is pub lunch. So about 30 k's that direction is Millmerran, so we might go to Millmerran pub.
Alrighty.
For lunch, come back, hopefully the sun's out, all our shit will be dry.
Are we walking there?
We might jump in the 200 series because the poor old 70's not going yet. And then we'll fix that when the sun's out. That's the plan. Righto, so before we have too much fun in the tinnies and muck around and head out for a fish this arbo, we thought we better do the right thing, see if we can get this big bus going so that we can take it into town if we're going to the pub. Crash mat, if you've never seen one of these, grab yourself one of them for under swags, fixing cars, tarp, comes in handy for everything. One times alternator. Wasn't actually that bad. So obviously we're not mechanics. This is the first time I've actually had to do this alternator, which is a bit of a shock. But when you're stuck in the bush, you just got to pull shit apart and then hope it goes back together.
Well, doing a good job so far. Halfway there.
I reckon we're on here, boys.
I reckon we are.
Woo! Look at that.
Fresh.
Just like a chocolate milkshake on a crunch.
Get the WD-40 and just pin it through that.
You want to keep a bobby tie in your toolkit. We just learned. Strong, sturdy,
Reliable.
Don't go to Aldi, go to Woolworths, something reputable.
Yeah.
Alright, just going to reconnect these batteries. You've got to disconnect them when you're doing anything electrically on the car. It's just safe to do so. So throw these back on and then try and start the car again.
Here we go, sucking through, baby, sucking through!
Battery lights off the dash, so it's charging back up, so we fixed the alternator issue.
76 litres! Time to go to the pub! So we still got an engine light on the car. We're hoping it's to do with low voltage. So we got the jumper cables on at the moment to charge it fully up. Then we're going to clear the code. Hopefully that works. In the meantime, while that's charging, we're going to get the tinny in, go for a little run, make sure it's not too shallow, and then we're going to throw the wake skate out. If only the sun was out, we'd be laughing. work like a treat.
I'm gonna have a go at the salvo.
That was fun. Yeah, that was sick. Old Donnie. That was hilarious. Well done. Alright, well, I've got an ignition module code, ECM code thrown. Something's happened yesterday with low voltage, and basically, I don't know. I don't think we can fix it. We've disconnected all the plugs, we've changed the batteries, we've been clearing codes. We've spent the last couple of hours on it, to be honest, and we've just about exhausted all options. So it looks like the big girl, unfortunately for the first time ever, is going to end up on a tow truck. Probably tomorrow. There's nothing we can do about it right now. I'm going to have to go make some calls. It's only really one thing to do. We're going to the pub. So we're going to the Millmerran pub. I'm going to jump in Donnie's car now. I'm going to jump in Alex's car right now with Jess. Stay away from mud. Simple problem. Alternator, and by me leaving it running, I've cooked it. I reckon, Donnie, trip to the pub. Never sat in the back seat of a Land Cruiser.
Yeah, I reckon it's time for another pub feed.
Yeah.
Let's rate the next parmy.
Yep, parmy for lunch. Bring it on.
I'm excited.
Stace is excited.
Last one there's got first round.
Ooh, challenge on.
We made it to the pub before Donnie!
That was a good fair fight too.
Imagine going to the wrong pub.
I know. Round on Donnie.
What's going to be your favourite beer?
Oh, last one to the pub. We managed to overtake him, and then he missed a turn, and then we got back in front, and then he went to the wrong pub.
Smart as you, and then I just, cracked under pressure.
Thank you, sir.
Big chicken. Best I've had.
Well, that's the end of that. So it looks like we might have fried a injector module. I dare say I have. So tow truck tomorrow morning, spewing. So it looks like we'll have a few beers at Savo. Drown me sorrows. Bugger!
Cause I'm about that. Cause I'm about that.
Woohoo! I think you deserve this. Thanks, bud. You're welcome.
Might need another one for tomorrow too. Got to take you to the right?
Debacle. Well, might not be Ninda Gully, but the beers are cold.
Beers are cold. We've got dinner tonight.
We'll get this fire going and call it a day, I think.
Absolutely. Tell you what, good trip.
Good trip.
Good trip.
I'm keeping up, I wanna tag along. We're headed to the same place anyway. If it's safe, we'll stay. If they fly, we'll run away. Yeah. Up and down, but it don't last too long. I'm keeping up.
Right, so we woke up this morning, last day here. Not very happy about it. Beautiful little spot down here by the lake. We got a bit of grub cooking at the moment. We've come last night over near the homestead so we can have a nice big fire. And we've got the car ready to tow this morning. So after a bit of brekkie, I think we've got about an hour and Donnie's going to have to tow me out the front. And the poor old girl's going to go on a bloody tow truck. Oh well, coffee and brekkie.
Up and down, but it don't last too long. I'm keeping up, I wanna tag along. Headed to the same place anyway. If it's safe, we'll stay.
All right, well there we go. That's the end of another episode. As you can see, that one did not go to plan. If you did enjoy it, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you reckon we should have done differently. I gotta hurry up. I gotta follow this thing all the way back to Broadbeach. I'll see you there, guys. There, away, dogs.
Foolish, try to get them buns up, killing the mic just like I ran a jewels in. Y'all gonna get done up front, knowing that kid with an attitude, but you can't really blame this mother. He's doing what he had to do. I'm about that cash flipping, I'm getting it on and off the market. Not about that VIP, not me, not never been a fan of carpets. All about that RIP for all of my Jesus going to